Okay. Hello, everybody. It's Monday, 6th of July. We're going to start seated in a nice, comfortable position. You can either be in a chair or on a pillow lifted up. We'll start with the simple breathing exercise where we'll do alternate breaths through the nose. However, the first breaths, let's just do with the diaphragm, keeping both nostrils open. So relax your arms, relax your shoulders, and lengthen your neck, keeping your mouth closed. We'll breathe in and out through the nose. So as you breathe this way, bring your attention to your lower ribs. And ideally, the lower ribs move as you do this type of breath. Breathing in and out of the nose is going to help getting the breath deep into the lower ribs and into the diaphragm. And just now, as we do these breaths, close your eyes and see if you can feel the ribs, both the front, the sides, and the back ribs moving. I'm just going to mute you all so that we don't have any background noise. So those front, side, and back ribs should expand and move as you breathe in, and then they just relax inward as you breathe out. One more deep breath this way. Good. Open your eyes. Let's take our right hand. This is my right hand and my right thumb. It's going to be mirroring for you. So take your right hand, right thumb, and cover your right nostril. Relax the shoulder and the elbow, and just breathe in and out through the left nostril. And again here, see if you can get the ribs, those lower ribs, moving as you breathe in and out. In a new training I'm doing called Original Strength, diaphragmatic breath is one of the 5 most important things that you could do every day for your body. So here we're just training that diaphragmatic breath. Close your eyes now and see if you can feel those lower ribs moving in and out. Okay, let's open the eyes and bring the hand back down to lie on the thighs. Breathe in and out through the nose again, and notice if you feel any difference in your sinuses as well as the nostrils. And now we'll change nostrils. So you'll take your 2 middle fingers of your right hand and close off the left nostril. So now we'll be breathing in and out through the right nostril. Shoulders relaxed. And when you're ready, close your eyes and see if you can feel the diaphragm moving as you breathe slowly in and out. So there's an expansion as you breathe in the lower ribs, and a releasing and relaxing as you breathe out. One more deep breath in. And bring the hand back down, opening your eyes. Breathe in and out through the nostrils, both nostrils, and notice if there's any difference now in the right nostril and the left, or even in the sinuses. Okay. We're going to take both hands, and here we're going to work on the neck. I want you to bring both hands around the neck as if you're cupping the neck on either side, and you'll gently pull the skin forward. So this is just a gentle pull of the tissues and the skin of the neck. You'll pull it forward towards your collarbones. And this should feel really good. And what also happens is a reaction of the head. The head will push backwards against this pulling of the tissue. And it creates a really nice curve in your neck, which can be important for your posture and especially your posture at work. One more time, we'll just gently pull the tissue forward and then bring the hands down. Now we'll gently tuck the chin towards the chest and roll your head to the right shoulder. When you arrive, the ear is towards the right shoulder. We'll stop and we'll change. Go to the left. And when you arrive, we'll stop and we'll change again to the right. And we'll stop and to the left. Good. This time as we go to the right, stop again, hold the ear towards the shoulder, and we'll take both hands, take your fingers and pull the skin towards the collarbone. So you just pull here and you'll feel a very large stretch. It goes even to the ear and through the neck and throat. Just feel that for the moment. And you could even look up towards your right as far as possible to work the eyes a little bit. And this can even go into the jaw. It helps to release the muscles of the jaw. And then we'll relax this, bring the chin back down to the chest and change. Bring your head and your ear to the left shoulder. And holding it there, we'll take our fingers and we'll bring it down at the collarbone, pull the skin towards the collarbone. And just stay here for a minute. Feel that stretch and that lengthening and releasing of the jaw. It even goes into the ear. And these stretches can be super interesting for your neck, for your jaw, also for the ear and an organ that's just above the ear that's called the vestibular organ. And we'll relax and bring the chin back down to the chest. Lift your head. Now lift the chin, go as far as is possible without any pain, please. Extending the neck, feel the stretch down the front of the throat. And then bring the chin down to the chest. We'll do this very slowly and with diaphragmatic breath. So let's breathe in, feel the lower ribs expand as you let your head go back. And breathe out, bring the chin down to the chest as you let the lower ribs relax. And breathe in, let the head go back. Breathe out, the chin comes back down towards the chest. 2 more times, breathing in, breathing out. One last time, breathing in and breathing out. Bring your head back to center in a neutral position, and we'll simply turn the head from side to side. Now, these exercises that we just did with the neck can be instrumental in preventing what's called vertigo. If you've ever heard of vertigo, sometimes it's those crystal buildup in the ears, and it can make people dizzy and nauseous for weeks on end. So it's a super good exercise to really prevent that from happening. Bring your head back to center and neutral. Let's roll the shoulders a couple of times. Excellent. Change the direction of the shoulder rolls. Good. Let's clasp our hands together, push the palms skyward, getting really long through the spine. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Let's lean to our right. Breathing in, rise back up. Breathe out. Let's go to our left. Beautiful, everyone. Breathing in, rise back up. And breathing out to the right. Yes. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, very good. One more time each side. Breathe out to your right. Breathing in and out to the left. Breathing in. Come back to center and bring the thumbs into the upper back. Elbows wrap around the head. Lift your chin and press gently into your forearms, opening up the chest. Raise your arms up over the head and bring the hands gently down in front of the heart center. Well done. Roll over your ankles and come on up onto all fours. We'll get onto our mats. So the hands are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips. Be sure you have a nice, easy stance for you. Now we're going to curve the spine doing cat and cow. Look skyward. And as you breathe out, let's round look to the belly button. So this is again imitating the movement with the head and neck. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, let's curl. Breathing out, let's round. One more time, we're going to curl and round. Coming back to a flat back, we're going to lift our head. Now, I'd like you to turn your head and look to your right heel so you feel the whole spine sort of curves, and come back to center. Let's turn, look at our left heel. The whole spine curves, and then back to center. And we'll do that again, looking to the right heel. Back to center, to the left. Back to center, one more time each side. Go ahead and look to the right. Yeah, back to center, and then to the left. And back to center. Okay, stretch your right leg behind you and press gently. The heel goes straight back, and you should feel the stretch into the calf muscle and the back of the leg. The head remains lifted. Now we'll lift the right leg and make a nice big circle with the foot. Change the direction of the circle. Now keep the foot, the toe pointed, and we'll bring the knee towards the right shoulder and look at the knee. Bring it towards the right shoulder and then stretch back, look forward. We'll do that again. Right knee towards the right shoulder and stretch back. And again, look at the knee as you bring it towards the shoulder. Stretch it back behind you. We'll do that one more time. Towards the right shoulder. Good job. Stretch it back behind and bring the knee gently back down to the floor. Let's do the left side. The left leg stretches out behind us. We tuck the toes under and we'll press into the heel to stretch out the calf. Keeping your head lifted, chest lifted away from the hips. Then we'll lift the leg and make a nice big circle with the foot. Change the direction of the circle. Now, pointing the toes, let's bring the left knee towards the left shoulder. Look at your knee, turning the head. Then stretch it back behind you. We'll do that again. Bring the knee around towards the shoulder and stretch it behind. Breathing out as you bring it towards the shoulder. Breathing in as you bring it behind you. 2 more times. Let's go. Breathe out and in. Last one. Good. Let's bring the knee back down to the floor. Open your knees and sink back into child's pose. In this child's pose, if you'd like, reach your arms out in front of you and turn the palms skyward. Bring the head down as far as you can get it. If you can place it on the ground, that's great. If not, you just relax your head and neck forward and down. If you can keep your palms up for the moment, this is going to open up a bit the back. A few deep, slow breaths. Now lift your head, turn your palms down and bring them shoulder width. Rising up to the bowstring position. Bring your knees in hip width. Allow your back to curve and press the hips back. So you don't have to sink into the back. I just want you to let it curve at the low back. Lift your chin and let's bounce back. Here we're starting to prime those back muscles, getting our joints to get into a proper position. Now, keeping the hips back, turn your right knee up, place the right foot on the floor, and again, bouncing backwards. Hips are curved backwards nicely. And bring that right knee back down. Lift your left knee up, the foot is on the floor, and you'll bounce back. Bring that left knee back down, keep the hands far out in front of you, tuck the toes under, and let's take our crouching cat position. Hips lift, head is lifted. You're really going to engage into the back body here. Now as we bounce, the knees go wide. Knees go wide. This really helps to get the femur bones into the hip sockets. And it helps to prime all those muscles to keep you in a proper posture. All right, let's turn the knees to the right and bounce down. Feel the side body stretching out as you do this. Come back to center, turn the knees to the left, and again, bouncing down. Back to center. Open your feet as wide as your mat, walking your hands back. The hips move straight back. The feet are apart, fingertips on the floor, pressing the hips back, and look for that nice curve in the back. Lift your chin, pull the heart forward, tailbone goes back. Bouncing here, the hips go back. 5, 4, you're going to feel the thighs. 3, 2, that's right. 1, hands onto the thighs, one at a time. Lift the chest. Press your right shoulder forward, look over your left shoulder. Come back to center. Push your left shoulder forward, look over the right. Back to center. Right shoulder forward. Back to center. Left. That's it, very good. One more time each side. Go to the right. Back to center. And now the left. And back to center. Lifting up, see if you can keep your knees bent as they are. Keep the hips back as they are. Raise the chest, and this really engages the back body. This is one of the tougher parts. Raise your arms up. You can curl your fingers if you want, or stretch the fingers. Lift and open the throat. Sink down, raise the arms. Rise up, lower the arms. So as we do this, feel that when you're bringing the arms down, you're pressing against a countertop. You sink, you raise, you rise up, you press down on the countertop. 3 more times. Sink, rise, sinking, yes. Rising, once more. Sink and rise all the way up to standing. Step your feet in gently. And step your feet to the front edge of the mat. All right, good job. Feet are hip width, knees are soft. Hips are back, so we've already engaged the back body. And you should be feeling quite strong. Ribs are lifting, shoulders wide, chin parallel. Hands come to your heart center. Now, during the sun salutation I was discussing with Finola in the beginning, this is where we move a bit faster. So it's very important that you pay attention to your positions. If you've got the positions right, you're going to engage the right muscles, okay? The goal here also is to raise our heart rate. This is our cardio section of the class. So we start slow and we get faster and faster. Take a deep breath in, raise your arms, stretching skyward. As you breathe out, bend at the knees, bend at the hips, bend the elbows down and forward, hands touching the floor. Step back to a plank position. Now here in the plank, lift your chest away from your hips. Toes are tucked under, hips are supported, and you're lengthening out your belly. Lower your knees down, open your hands. You could lift your feet up if you want, okay? It's up to you. I like to lift my feet up so I'm not on my kneecaps. I'm looking forward, but I'm going to bring my chest down to the floor and then push it back up. All the way down now. I'll bring my hands in, pointing my toes, rising up to a cobra, getting expansive in the chest and the shoulders, bringing the chest back down. I'll push up onto the hands and knees, tucking the toes under. I'll rise back up and I'll take a crouching cat. You can take a down dog with the knees bent if you wish. Turn your knees to the right and bounce. 3, 2, 1. Turn them back forward and begin stepping forward until your fingertips can come up on the floor. Your palms are up. Your knees stay bent. Hands to your thighs. Lift your chest. From here, I want you to raise only the right arm. So we're going to change a little bit. Lean to your left. Rising back up. Raise your left arm, stretch to the sky, and come all the way to standing. Hands come back to your heart center. Knees soft, hips back, chest lifting, shoulders wide. Deep breath in, rise up. Breathing out, squatting down, sink, sink, sink all the way down. Stepping back to your plank position. Hips are lifted, belly is strong. Holding 3, 2, 1. The knees come down. If you want, the feet come up. Open your hands and just do 1 push-up. Bring your chest down and all the way up. Now we go all the way down, pointing the toes, hands under the shoulders. Lift up into an expansive cobra. Thighs stay down. Bring your chest down. Push up onto the hands and knees. Tuck the toes. Take down dog or crouching cat. This time, turn your knees to the left and bounce. 3, 2, 1. Turn them back forwards and begin stepping forward until your fingertips can just touch the floor. Bend your knees, hands to your thighs, lift your chest. Left arm comes up this time, and we lean to our right. Back to center, raise both arms. Come up to standing, hands to your heart center. Refine that perfect posture, and we'll go a little bit faster this time. Deep breath in, rise. Breathing out, fold. Stepping back to plank. Holding 3, 2, 1. Knees come down. Open your hands. 1 push up, all the way down. Cobra. Push back onto the knees. Down dog or crouching cat, knees to your right and bounce. 3, 2, 1. Stepping forward. Bend your knees low, hands to the thighs. Come up to the squat, right arm comes up. Lean to your left, back to center. Raise both arms, all the way to standing, palms together, and fold all the way down. Step back to a plank. Lifting your head, holding 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, open your hands. 1 push up, all the way down. Point your toes and go into cobra. Pushing back. Down dog or crouching cat. Turn your knees to the left and bounce. 3, 2, 1. Looking forward, stepping forward. Bend your knees low, hands to your thighs. Left arm next to the left ear. Lean to your right. Back to center. Arms up. Come to standing and fold forward. Keep going. Stepping back to plank. Good job. Holding 3. Excellent, Gitel. 2. Nice, Finola. 1. Knees come down and go for that push-up. Yes. All the way down. Everyone point your toes. Get strong in the cobra. Open the shoulders. Good. Bring your chest back down onto the knees. Down dog or crouching cat. Good. Turn the knees. Bouncing 3, 2, 1, looking forward, stepping forward. Beautiful. Okay, hands onto the thighs, rise up. Yes. Right arm goes by the right ear, lean to your left. Good, back to center. Raise both arms. All the way up to standing, palms together, keep flowing all the way down, go right down. Stepping back to a plank and hold your plank. 3, 2, 1, knees come down. Open the hands, do that push-up. Perfect. All the way down and get into that expansive cobra. Opening up the chest, opening up the diaphragm. Bring the chest back down. Then push back, down dog or crouching cat. Good. Turning them to the left, the knees to the left. 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Looking forward, stepping forward. Good job. Get into the squat position. Hands on the thighs. Raise the chest, left arm next to the left ear. Good, Gitel. Over to your right. Back to center, both arms up. Come all the way up to standing. Excellent. Good job. And just recover for a moment. Separate your feet. Relax the shoulders. Lift and open the chest. Hands to your heart center. Let's bend the knees. So when you bend at the knees, it's a prep position for action. So the knees will bend. You don't have to go into a full squat, just a slight bend. Hips back, chest lifted. Raise your right leg up, like you're stepping up onto a stair. Hold, lifting and opening. Then we'll raise the arms in a V position in front of us. You could curl the fingers if you want, or stretch the fingers. Holding. Now we'll send the right leg back behind us. Stay in a balanced position. Bend your front knee more. So the left leg that you're standing on, bend it more. Arms stretch up and out in a V. Lift the leg behind you. 3, 2, 1. Release, coming back to standing. Set the foot down, hip width. Arms by your sides. Close your eyes a moment. Hands come back to your heart center. Well done. Bend at the knees, getting into that action position. Raise your left leg. Hold for the moment, and you're going to really find your balance on your right foot. Raise the arms in the V. Lift and open the chest, getting curve in the low back. Set your gaze at one point at the horizon. Now send the leg behind you. You can bend your standing leg more. Arms still reaching out in a V. Lift your chin. Push the left foot up behind you. Feel that engagement in the glute and the back of the leg. Holding 3, 2, 1. Rise back up to standing. Release your arms. Integrate the work. Lifting your right knee back up, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. The right knee points diagonally upward. Grab a hold of your elbows and feel like you're pulling your arms apart. Lift and open the chest. When you feel like you're pulling your arms apart, you're working that upper back as well as the arms. Lengthen your belly. And now very slowly twist to your right. This is a good challenge, good functional challenge for the body. Turning the shoulders, turn the head. Yes. Holding 3, hips are back. 2, 1. Turn forward and release and let go. Good job. Woo. Other side. Lift the left leg. Cross it over the right, bending the knees. Grab a hold of the elbows, sinking back and down. And we add the twist. Turn to your left. Turn your head as well. Feel like you're pulling the arms apart. Holding 3, 2, And one, turn back front and center and unwind. Relax. Hands at your heart center. Let's take a deep breath in, raising the arms up, stretch long. And as you breathe out, bend at your knees, folding everything forward. Hands come to the floor, step back to a plank position. Let the back curve, lift the chest, lift the head, get the belly strong, holding here. If at any point you need to bring your knees down, you can do that. Let's stay for 5, 4, 3. Feel like you're pulling your hands to your feet. That increases the intensity. 2, 1. Now we're going to lift our hips up and take a crouching cat position. Hips lifted, legs are bent, chin is lifted, and belly is long and strong. Let's turn our knees to the right, and very gently, we'll lower our left hip to the floor. So the right foot stays up. The right foot stays flat on the floor. The knee is pointing up. The hands are forward, and we're twisting through our waist. Lift the chest, lifting the chin. See if you can get really, really long through your spine, but also through the belly. The belly is twisting, and it should be a very nice, deep sensation. If you feel pain, come up onto the fingertips of the right hand so that you're not twisting so deeply. But from here, we're going to lift and open, lift the throat, lift the chin, and hold with this twist. See if you can get your breaths deep into the diaphragm. Here we're releasing tissues that are deep, deep in the trunk of the body. All right. We're going to let go of this twist and reach the left arm out onto the floor. So you come all the way down on your left-hand side. Right arm out in front of you, fingertips down in front of you. Raise your right leg so it's above the left and it's imitating the left leg. Press your hips back. Your knees will go forward, the hips will go back. And you'll hold this position as we lift the leg. Lift and lower in small pulsations. This is getting into some of the deeper hip muscles, which can be responsible for the positioning of your low back. Keep breathing and lifting. 5, 4, 3, good, 2, 1. Keep the leg up. Now we're going to stretch the leg out and you'll press with the heel. And we'll do a more deep and small press. So here we go. 5, push with the heel. 4, like you're pushing a wall away. 3, the leg is diagonal. 2, that's it. 1, hold the leg there now and see if you can bring it behind you as far as possible without creating any pain. But you're going to feel these muscles start to engage. Your hips will come forward a little bit and now we'll pulse back. 5, 4, that's it. 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg down and we'll roll completely onto our bellies. So straighten both legs, roll onto the belly and reach your arms far out in front of you. Turn your right thumb up to the sky. Keep your head lifted and raise your right arm, left leg. Staying here. Lengthen out the belly, feel the spine working, the backs of the legs working. Holding here, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right hand down, bring the left leg down, and we change. Left hand, thumb up to the sky, raise left arm, right leg. Keep the head lifted. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hand down. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. Push up onto your hands and knees. Walk your knees forward a little bit. Tucking the toes under. Let's take crouching cat once again. So the hips are up. The hands are holding us nicely. The head is up. Turn your knees to the left now. And very gently bring your right hip down. See if you can touch the hip before the knee. Lift your left knee up, left foot is flat on the floor, and face forward. So here, once again, we're getting into that deep twist. Keep lifting up through the spine, lift the chest, lengthen your belly, and take those deep abdominal breaths. Possible getting into the diaphragm. Feel the twist. It's a very deep twist. Go as far as is comfortable. Getting those tissues moving. It's like a deep tissue massage. One more deep breath in. And let's release. Slide your right arm down until you're all the way on your right-hand side. Left arm out in front of you, fingertips down. Lift your left leg. Hips press back. Feet are flexed. And the knee is up, imitating the right knee. Here we go. We're going to lift the leg in little pulsations. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the leg lifted. Keep the foot lifted. Flex it. And we're going to stretch the leg out and we'll pulse here like we're pushing the wall. 5. This is getting into those deep muscles in the hip. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the leg straight and gently start moving the leg behind you until you get a deep contraction in the low back and in the glute. Hold the leg there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg down, straightening both legs. Let's roll once again onto our bellies. This time, we're going to bring our feet hip width apart. You'll come up onto your elbows and bring either the palms of your hands together or you'll wrap one hand around the other fist. Okay? Now lift and open the belly. So you're going to lift away from the floor. You'll press down into your elbows. Lift your throat away. Push your shoulders wide. And now bend both knees with the feet flexed. Okay? Now keep pulling your chest forward. It's as if you're pulling against your elbows. Get super long. Take some deep, slow breaths here. You've got deep curve in your low back. If it's too much, bring the legs back down. Holding 3. Notice the length through your belly, how everything opens up. 2. And 1. Bring the legs back down. Bring your head down on top of your hands and let your hips move from side to side. Good job. Now, just after that move, let's bring our hands underneath our shoulders. Feet stay at hip width. Open the shoulders wide and rise up to a cobra. And notice perhaps your cobra is much easier than before. Lift and open the chest. Feel the belly stretch. Lengthen up through the throat. Keep breathing here. 3. Keep your legs strong as well. 2. And 1. Come back down slowly. Hands under the forehead and let your hips go from side to side. Good job. Let's bend our knees now. Feet flexed. Reach behind you. If you can touch your heels, great. If not, you just reach for them. Take a deep breath in and rise up through the chest as high as possible. Rise up, lifting the knees and the lower thighs as much as possible. Lift the chin as well. And hold here. This is our modified bow. 5, 4, 3, 2, good job. 1, come on back down. Hands under the shoulders, push up onto the knees. Step your knees forward a little bit, and we'll bounce back here, just back and forth. Just releasing a little bit that work. Should feel pretty good, the head is lifted. All right. Step your right hand forward and left knee forward. And change, left hand, right knee. And change, right hand, left knee. Changing. And we'll go backwards now. So it's crawling. Left hand, right knee. Right hand, left knee. The chest stays lifted. The head stays lifted. Go back as far as possible on your mat. I know this is kind of funky and weird, but I tell you what, the effect it has on your brain and your nervous system is incredible. So go left hand, right knee, right hand, left knee, going forward. And now again, we'll go back. So this is helping to reset and rewire the nervous system. We'll go forward once more until you get to the front edge of your mat. And bring your legs to one side, coming to a seated position. Good job, everyone. From this seated position, let's bring the soles of the feet together. Bring your feet as close to you as possible. Wrap your hands around your toes. Lift up through the chest and the neck. And we'll just let the knees go up and down very gently for butterfly. Very gently. This works a bit through the hips. A little bit through the low back. Now keeping the knees open and as low as possible. Begin leaning forward from the chest. Avoid pushing the chin forward. See if you can get the chest to move forward. Continue taking those deep, slow breaths. Good, one more. Excellent. Rise back up, lifting the knees. Set the feet hip width. Grab behind the thighs and let's roll down onto our backs. Once you are all the way down, stretch your arms by your sides and let's walk the feet away from us, heels into the floor. This is Hamstring Bridge. The knees are slightly bent, arms down, lift your hips. Feel the engagement through the backs of the thighs and the glutes. Open the throat and hold here. If you don't feel it enough, start pulling your heels towards your hips. You'll start to feel the engagement even more deeply. Deep breaths as you hold. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips down and let's step our feet in, getting ready for half bridge. Elbows into the floor, fingers spread wide, opening the chest. Raise your hips up to a point that's comfortable for you. I don't go up very high anymore to keep my hips back and in a proper position. If you want to push up higher, it's completely up to you, and you can do that if you want. If you move into full bridge pose, you should set your hands to either side of your head now. Rise to the crown of your head and then all the way up into full bridge. If you're in full bridge, come back to half bridge. Join us in half bridge now. Walk your feet in towards each other and raise your right leg to the sky. Pointing the toe, we're going to press skyward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, that's good. 2, 1, bring the foot back down. And we change. Left leg goes up to the sky. Point the toe. And let's go. Press skyward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot back down, and we're going to change again. Right leg goes up, point the toe, and we press skyward. 10, 9, really working the glutes here and the thighs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, left leg, point the toe, and here we go. 10, 9, 8, stick with it. 7, 6, it's good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the foot back down. Raise the arms over the head and gently lower the back down, one vertebra at a time, very, very slowly. Once the back is all the way on the floor, stretch your legs one at a time onto the floor. Feet are as wide as your mat. Keep your arms behind you. And take those deep diaphragmatic breaths again. From here, we'll lift the knees up, grab around the knees and squeeze them to the chest, rocking from side to side. Now we're going to do some abdominal work here. We're going to set our feet down and let our knees go to our right. Okay, knees go to the right. Both of them are down on the floor. And the hands, will bring them behind the head. Now, the tough part in these exercises is to keep the neck relaxed. So in order to do that, I like to clasp my hands together, opening the elbows so that the head rests in the hands. So it's like a pillow on the hands, okay? And I'll lift the head and shoulders. I'm gonna lift towards my left hip. So let's go. 10, 9, be sure it's the shoulders that lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to stay here and reach the left arm as if I want to touch the heels. Okay? And here we go even more. 10, 9, even higher. 8, little pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, that's good. 2, 1. Lower your head down gently and slowly. Now to release, open both arms and turn your head to the left. So we're in a spinal twist here. And we can just let go. Let's lift the left knee first, right knee follows, and we'll let our knees fall to the left. Clasp the hands behind the head, opening the elbows. The knees are nicely bent, and we're going to lift up towards that right hip. Remember that you want to support the head so the neck doesn't strain. So let's go. We lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here, and you're going to reach your right arm out as if you want to touch the heels. Let's press up again. 10, breathing out. 9, you should feel the contraction on the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the head back down. Opening the arms, turn your head to the right to release through the neck and the back, and getting a nice stretch of those oblique muscles. With one knee at a time, we're going to roll back onto our backs. Clasp the hands together once again, elbows open, legs are straight up to the sky. Point your toes, and here we go. We're going to lift the shoulders to the center. 10, breathe out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now open your legs as wide as possible. Toes stay pointed, and we'll do our last 10. Let's go. 10. If the neck is okay, reach your arms through. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab a hold behind your thighs, bring the legs together, knees are bent, head comes down, turn your head from side to side. Good job. All right. Set your left foot down, stretch your right leg to the sky, flexing the foot, grab the thigh and pull the thigh bone down to the floor. It's rooting the thigh down. You're going to find that stretch down the back of the leg. Foot is really flexed. And hold for this stretch. Then crossing the right ankle over the left thigh. Lift both knees up. See if you can keep curving your low back as you grab around the legs and you pull them towards the shoulders. Uncrossing. Let's change. Right foot comes down to the floor. Left leg stretches up to the sky. Flexing the foot as much as possible. You're going to root that left thigh down into the hip. And hold. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Lifting both, you grab around the legs, keep curve in the low back, and we hold this position. Coming back to center, grab a hold around the legs. Let your knees go to the right, head to the left, and then switch. Knees to the left, head to the right, and switch. We just gently rock from side to side, turning the head in the opposite direction from the knees. Coming back to center, lift your head, nose between the knees, round out completely, and then gently bring your head back down to the floor. Stretching one leg at a time onto the floor or onto your mat. Turn your palms to the sky and begin taking some deep, slow breaths. See if you can get the belly to move. That means you're using the diaphragm. And at your next breath out, feel like you're breathing out any tension from your hips down to your feet. And then at your next breath out, release any tension from your shoulders down to your hands. At your next breath out, from the top of your spine down to the base of your spine. And from your throat down through your chest, tummy, and groin. And at your next breath out, relax your face, your jaw, your throat. And now bring yourself into a relaxing thought. Something that brings you joy. Begin breathing more deeply again, expanding the belly as you breathe in and releasing as you breathe out. And begin moving your fingers and your toes. Come back slowly, raising your arms over your head, stretching from fingers to toes. Good. Gently raising the knees up to the chest and squeeze the knees in towards the chest. Rocking from side to side. Let's stretch our right arm to the right ear and roll all the way to the right hand side. Lifting yourself up from the side, come to a seated position. Good. Let's rub our hands together, raising the energy in the hands. Bring your hands over your face. And gently tap around the eyes, shaking the hands out. One more time. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Have a lovely day, everyone. Namaste. Thanks very much for joining.